Greetings, marketeers. Dr. Williams back for another Packback Roundup, week 8 of 13. More than halfway home. So if you haven't been busy, you might want to get busy. You know how we do it, based on average points. So we're looking at quality and then quantity. Looking for one question, 2 responses, right? So section 01 had Carlos, Peyton, Diana, Kelsey, Dixon Callahan coming in 1 through 5. Well done, all 5. Section 30 had Melanie Bagley up there again, Hunter Collins, Thomas Stevens, Rosie Solisis, and I really hope I'm right on that, and Janelle Morissette. So now you know what we like to do. Overall, let's see which class had the highest scores overall. So we'll start with 5, and I'm writing in blue. Why? I'm crazy like that. Okay. 5, Carlos Avalos. Let's see. So we've got, he's in the number 1 section. Carlos coming in at number 4. We do have an honorable mention this week. Rosie. Every time I write that, I would like to play some Bruce Springsteen, but YouTube busted me on my music in the background. They heard it and shut down a couple of my videos. So it was a Jimi Hendrix song, and they said no more. Okay. Number 3, Thomas Stevens. Now Thomas had a question and some responses about the ethical considerations of, he was talking about the observational research, the ethical considerations involved in that. And I responded in a note to him, but I'll do it here too. Just so you know, at a college or university, if I'm going to distribute a questionnaire, an online questionnaire, I have to go through a process to get that approved with the Institutional Review Board, because I'm going to be asking questions of human subjects. And I have to show that there is no danger involved. I'm not going to be psychologically manipulating them. Any numerous things. You can Google Dalton State College IRB and go right to it. You can see what it has to go through. Every college or university has that because of things that happened in the past. Private researchers, they're not constrained by an IRB generally. There are laws about it, but it's much more constrained in a university or a college atmosphere. Just so you know, if you get scratching my nose, if you get a questionnaire or sit for a focus group or anything at a college or university, it's been approved by a board of people that it's not going to damage you in any way, and that should state that on the when you take the questionnaire, whatever thing you sign, giving your approval to participate. So that was a good question, and one that I deal with regularly. So what it is in the private sector? Mostly self-policed. Number 2, Hunter Collins. He had a really awful picture of I believe it was a Great Value. That's a Walmart store brand. We'll talk about store branding and generics and all that later in the course. Of cereal. I hope that he was taking off from the video that I posted about cereal boxes looking down at children, because they found that, if you look at someone in the eyes, more trustworthy. And he was mentioning the fact that, or he was talking about that there really wasn't much color to it at all. It looked like something that I sketched out, and I can't sketch anything out. And one of the reasons that those brands are cheaper is because they don't advertise them. They don't put much money into the marketing of them. One of my favorite places for store brands is Walgreens. If you go to Walgreens and go to find Claritin, all right, they'll have Claritin, and right beside it will be the Walgreens brand, which they don't put any thought into the naming it at all. They just put Wall in front of it. So it's called Wallatin. If you wanted to buy some Robitussin, cough syrup, or for whatever reason you might buy it, it is called Waltussin. So whatever the brand name is, they knock it off with just Wall in front of part of the name. And I just find that hilarious. They spend zero thought or money into their store brands because they have it sitting right there beside the Pepto-Bismol or the Wall Mall. Anyway, that's a very interesting topic about marketing and store brands and all. We'll get into that later. Number 1, Melanie Bagley. Now, I am not going to hold forth on Melanie. Let's see where we are over here. Melanie, Hunter, Thomas, Rosie. Golly, only one person out of the first section. It's odd. Usually your first section of these classes is well, I don't want to say. I don't want to judge you. I don't want to put you against it. We'll let that go. Melanie, I spent a lot of time talking about hers last week, and really, she informs me, and I'm going to take her as being right, that I was a week off. I was talking about hers for this week rather than last week. So I'm not going to bring it up again. It was the buy one, get one free, and I talked about couponing and things such as that. Okay, I just went back on my word and talk about it a little bit. But anyway, if you want to see what I had to say about hers, of course, you could always go read it on Packback, or you can go to last week's Packback Week 7 update, and you can see what I had to say about that. Honorable mention by .67, our old favorite, Janelle Marcette. And look at there. All five in the afternoon class registered. Golly, they're tearing it up. All right, now, with respect to the Spotify playlist that's posted on all of my courses, I never did get I don't believe I got someone out of the second class. Maybe I did. I'm looking right now. Nope, I never did out of the second class. I did get one out of the first class, though. Had several people send in answers. All the songs are about, mention Georgia, right? But that's not true because I had the theme from Shaft on there. They don't say a thing about Georgia. Here's what I would have accepted. Every artist on the list is in the Georgia Music Hall of Fame. Every song on the list is connected to Georgia. They may not mention Georgia, but they might. The songs, mostly, a lot of them, mention a city, the state, a county, or a town in Georgia. But the one unifying theme was Samantha Carter. She got it right. They are all related to Georgia. Either the song was recorded here, they're in the Georgia Music Hall of Fame, they mention Georgia, or they were born in Georgia. That was it. A lot of you were all over it, but only Samantha was right on. And the women will save us. Way to go, Samantha Carter. That's 3 points on your next exam. So, you should engage in the playlist, get your mind right, and, turn it up. That sound right? Good. I have posted the first half of the next chapter, with the second half hopefully coming later today, unless something happens to me. And, that could happen. I didn't really talk about Melanie's post too much because I talked about it last week. Maybe I'll play her song instead. Rock me badly like a wagon wheel. Rock that packback any way you feel. Hey, badly rock me. Okay, how about that? That was probably uncalled for. But I felt bad. Didn't really get to talk about her post much. But they're always good. Okay? Keep track of what's going on D2L. And I will see you on the internet. And I bid you adieu.